You're listening to Cat's Cadenza, a syndicated program from KUGR, Cougar College Radio. I'm Catherine Barner, and like I said previously, over the weekend I chatted with Vista Kicks while they were at the Knitting Factory in Spokane with Bad Sons, and one of my producers who was with me for the interview and for the concert is in the studio right now, Spencer McCarty, here to review the concert with me. How you doing?
Hi, I'm doing well. I am running around. I am currently in the middle of a shoot for my TV show that I'm in, and I can run up here real quick. So let's jump right in.
Okay, yep. Vista Kicks. What did you think of their performance?
I thought they were really good. I had never listened to them before. I know you played their music on the drive to the venue, but I fell asleep. I was
because you were so tired.
I was knocked out.
Not because the music was bad, but because Spencer was exhausted. Let's
totally
clear that
different.
up right there.
And so at the end of the performance, I was saying they have a new fan. Like they won me over. Granted, I have the benefit of just having witnessed an interview with them and like interacting. So that also
the interaction also always builds like the like for a group.
Like connection.
Yeah.
But I thought they had really great energy.
A lot of fun to watch.
Yeah.
And they musically sounded really good.
A good variety as well.
There's a good variety of more like pop rock and then like rock.
Yeah. The songs were unique. I could definitely like tell when one song ended and then another one started. But the one part that kind of sucked, and this was not at all their fault, was they had like no room on stage. Because
it's just a small stage.
And then also the entire Bad Son set was already set up.
Oh, yeah, like and that makes sense because it would literally take 30 minutes or more to change out those drum sets.
Right, exactly. So they had no room to work with.
Yeah.
So like the singer, keyboard player, I don't know any other
Derek.
names, thank you, was on the left side of the stage. And then the
other singer, Sam.
Yeah, and the bass player were on the right side of the stage.
And Trevor.
Yep. And thank you. And they had like no interaction with each other because they couldn't. The drum set was in the middle, dividing them.
Yeah. Well, there was one point that Derek and Sam kind of came into the middle and were like rocking out with each other, and then like Sam and Trevor were like kind of like started having a little bit more connection, which was good. But yeah, this because there was such small room on the stage that it was hard to move around. Yeah.
But like that's literally the only negative I could think about that performance. It was a lot of fun. And an interesting comment that I've never thought of before that you were saying after the set was like that. You were like, that was the perfect length of an opener set.
It was because I feel like a lot of openers only get like 5 songs or less. Or too many.
Yeah.
But like, I thought that was like the perfect length because like it was enough for the audience to get a feel for them. It was enough for them to actually put a true performance into it. Because I remember when we saw Milky Chance at the Knitting Factory, I thought the opener was too short.
Who was it?
Slender Bodies.
Didn't they have multiple openers?
No, they only had one. It was just Slender Bodies.
Yeah, they performed like 4 songs or something.
Yeah, they had hardly had a performance, and I don't like that. Like if you're gonna have an opener, you have to really like let them perform and
give them a chance.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then so after Vista Kicks, Bad Sons, and I thought their performance was great. In the interview with Vista Kicks, they said that that they think that Bad Sons show and performance is like seamless, and I'd have to 100% agree with that. It was very well put together and tight.
It flowed really well. There weren't any moments where nothing was happening. There was no lulls. You were just like, okay, that song ended, and there's like doody 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 doo, and then the next song starts. So it was like the perfect amount of time to let the audience clap, and they're like, cool, we're gonna start the next one now.
And in a musical sense, they were so tight, like musically tight constantly. There was no tearing or anything. It was like
you could hear all the parts evenly.
Yeah, well, at the beginning, I feel like the instruments were a little too loud compared to the vocals, but then that got fixed
I think that
through the first like 1 or 2 songs, but that's not anything on them. That's just like figuring out the audio engineering.
And 1 or 2 songs of that issue for full set, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. And it sounded like, like the album. There wasn't really any too big of a where you're like singing along, and then all of a sudden the artist decides to like change
the lyrics.
Or just like change the pacing of it or something. And you go like, wait, what?
Yeah, everything was pretty much like on tempo with how they recorded it, I felt, which is always good too. Yeah. And I also really like that Krister like really got into the crowd a little bit there too.
Yeah,
like,
at the very start when he was
kind of standing on them, and I was like looking, and I'm just like, you have good fans, and the fans don't let you fall through the crowd.
So. They wouldn't allow that. And they had a cool set. They had pillars. And then I didn't realize until like halfway through their set that they had like silver props kind of like scattered.
They did?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, they're like really tiny. There was like teacups and
oh, really?
Like candle holders that were just like sitting on top of like the speakers and kind of on the floor around the back of the drums. They're super subtle. We were also like
exhausted.
Well, on the balcony.
That's true.
You're the second furthest away you could sit.
Yeah.
That being said, there's still like really great spots. But,
yeah, because it's such a small venue.
But yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. At first, I thought it was just like weird tools sitting on top of their speakers. But no, they were like candle holders, and yeah, it was really cool.
Interesting. That's an interesting thing you noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you have anything else you'd like to say about that day, the interview, the performance that you can think of?
The lead singer of Bad Sons,
Christo.
Yeah, thank you. You know, as all lead singers do, they have their one trick. And like, hey, this is what I do when I go live. For some reason, his was just like taking a knee and just like kneeling for like a split second and then standing back up again while he was singing. And because, you know, he would like take the mic stand
with
him.
mic stand.
And it was just so stupid. Because usually like, most singer tricks are like, hey, look how talented I am to do this move while still being able to perform seamlessly. Like that's why like.
Well, you have to keep like moving while you're performing though. Like,
not always. Just, like, you can totally stand at the mic.
I guess it depends at the song. But like if you want to like keep crowd engagement, I feel like that is okay.
I don't know. I would say that if the song is bopping, you can stand at the mic.
Okay.
But anyway. I just thought that was so stupid, and he did it all the time. There were times when he did it like 3 times in one song, and it was just like, that's not impressive.
Oh my gosh, Spencer. I liked his little like dance move thing he was doing, like the pivot foot thing he was doing while he was singing and playing guitar. Where like,
yeah.
Kind of like if you were going to do like a disco move and your feet like move
he was like
on
the balls of his toes and then on his heel.
Yeah.
Just kind of like going,
I like that. It was cute. It was good for the music that they were playing and the fact that
and, like that was good footwork and like that was impressive. I can't do that while playing a guitar, but you know what I can do? I can kneel really easily. And he just that's like that's my one complaint. But then I only know their first album and then 2 of their new singles. Yeah. So I knew like a quarter of their set list, but I mean, I enjoyed it. It was fun. When the songs that I did know were on, I was singing along and had a good time.
The only qualm I have with their set list is they didn't play Dancing on Quicksand, and that is my all-time favorite Bad Sons song. And I expected them to play that
I forgot that song
for
exists.
the encore because Christo was like, "You ready to dance?" And I'm like, "Yes, I'm ready to dance, Dancing on Quicksand." But they didn't play it. They did play Salt, which made me really happy because that's my second favorite from Bad Sons. So
that's good.
There's that.
And their song, oh shoot. It's the one that was like, move like the ocean and I can't swim. It's off their first album.
I know which one you're talking about.
Well, you'll Google it later.
Yep.
But it just, it reminds me of this one Vine where he goes like, happy birthday, Raven. And then the little girl goes, I can't swim. And during the song, I was just waiting for a moment to scream "Happy Birthday, Raven,"
but it didn't happen.
And no, because it goes from one line to the next immediately before "I can't swim."
Oh.
And so there wasn't like a pause where I could just like scream "Happy Birthday, Raven."
That
But
would've been funny.
Man, I was so ready, just like I was just like leaning into it at any moment.
If you had done that sitting next to me, I literally would have jumped out of my seat.
Good.
Like it would have terrified me.
Yeah. Any opportunity to scream a Vine reference at a concert is a good time.
And also, the audience, I didn't expect as many high schoolers as there were there.
Yeah, that was a young crowd.
It was a very young crowd, which was interesting.
But
made the bar area a little less crowded for us.
Yeah, that was really nice.
So
I love going to the bar at concerts now.
Now that you're 21?
Yeah, there's no going back.
Yeah, no, I feel it. So, anything else?
I'm set. I mean, thank you for the opportunity. It was really cool. I actually ended up driving to Spokane and back again last night.
Why?
I had to pick up a friend from the airport.
Fun.
After my other radio show, so I left for Spokane at like 10:30 p.m.
Jeez. Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
So 2 days in a row. Let's see if I can do it for 3.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
No.
You have a TV show to film.
Yes.
So I'm going to
which
let
is
you
a
go.
perfect out. Thank you so
And
much.
go film your TV show. Thanks for coming with me. Thanks for helping. And
Yeah, no
thanks for coming
problem.
on my show. Up next, we have Double Down by Sloth Rest. You're listening to Cats Cadenza.